watch it. You just gotta watch it, all right?
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Once we get this going, grab me a highlighter and a pencil out of my backpack. From Ottawa Township High School, it's time for Super-Sectional basketball. Tonight, the Marmion Cadets take on the Metamora Redbirds with a trip to state on the line. Good evening, everybody. Alongside John Camosa, I'm Gavin Russell. John, this is everything that you want in a great March basketball game. March Madness is upon us. We've got Marmion, we've got Metamora. Sold out crowd here in Ottawa. Awesome.
Gavin, you took the words right out of my mouth there. This environment, the crowd, sellout crowd at that. This feels like a state finals game. Metamora looking for a repeat trip back to the Class 3A state finals. They fell out.
Marmion's last loss coming 7 games ago. They've won 6 straight, including 4 in the IHSA postseason. Right now, the Redbirds are being introduced. They've got a great lineup. Maybe some quick thoughts on the Redbirds starting 5.
Yeah, I think the key with Metamora, which they've done all season, is winning the rebounding battle, the tough defense, their three-point shooting ability. That's going to be big for Metamora tonight. I think Luke Hopp down low and Ethan Kaiser are an X factor.
Indeed, they're introduced wearing their visiting black uniforms with red letters and numbers. Here's their starting 5. The Redbirds lineup as such. 6'1" junior, number 10, Tyler Mason is out there with 6'5" senior and South Alabama commit, number 21, Ethan Kaiser. Next to him is senior guard, 6'3", number 22, Tyson Swanson. 6'2", senior, number 24, Drew Tucker is out there with 6'8", junior, number 14, Luke Hopp. Starters for Marmion, the Cadets out of the Chicago Catholic Conference. Play a lot of teams from up north mainly, so not really any common opponents between these two. We'll start out with senior number 2, Jabe Height. He'll be out there next to number 3, Colin Wainscott. Number 5, Jacob Pacino. It's a senior guard wearing number 5. Number 24, Trayvon Roots. It's a senior. And rounding things out is number 32, Henry Dahlman. Marmion wearing their white home uniforms. It's time for basketball. Tipped away, and it's tipped around, won by Marmion. So they'll start with the ball moving away from us on the far side, right into the Metamora student section. Moving it around the wing, Wayne Scott has it for Marmion. Top of the key, driving inside. Up, no good, taken down by the Redbirds. Tucker comes the other way with it. Moves up quickly. Hopp shoots a 3 from the wing. Off. Kaiser soars in for the board. Luke Hopp, second chance board, blocked away.
And that's the start Marmion wanted on defense. Luke Hopp underneath, but big block there. Trayvon Roots.
Roots with a big block. Moving it around. 3-pointer on the way. Pacino no good, and it's off the stanchion. Go to Metamora. Slow start in the first minute. 7:09 to go in the game.
It is physical back and forth. Good defense. And Marmion looking for that 3 to spark their team. They got about 5 or 6 guys in this lineup that can shoot it. So that's where Metamora's going to have to be solid on defense around the perimeter.
Here comes Mason. Throws it over. Kaiser, far wing. He'll shoot a 3. Got it to go! Ethan Kaiser, first points of the game. 3-0 Redbirds.
And in so many games this season, especially postseason games, Ethan Kaiser comes up big from 3.
Mason with the steal, other direction. Left-handed finish midair. 5-0 Redbirds, 6:30 to go.
And that's the start that Coach Danny Greaves and Metamora were looking for in this game. They know what's at stake.
3-pointer on the way for Marmion. Got it! Trayvon Roots, his second shot of the game is good from 2. So they're going to say his foot was on the line. 5-2 Redbirds in front.
Now with so many teams this year against Metamora, #1 team in the state, 29-game winning streak, it's going to take some great shooting.
Three-pointer, Kaiser didn't hit anything in the Marmion Cadets student section. Let him hear it.
Yes, they are. It's getting loud in here, Gavin.
Deafening. Brick walls of Ottawa Township High School Kingman Gymnasium. Cadets have it on the other way. Roots kicks it over. Pacino down the lane. Tough two-pointer. Got it. Jade Height, the senior who had 19 points in their last game, the sectional final. 5-4 Redbirds.
And I think that was a big momentum boost for Marmion. That big win over Burlington Central. A lot of different guys on this roster that can score it.
Here's Tucker, far wing. Tries to drive down the lane, back to Kaiser. Kaiser drives in, kicks to Tucker. Tucker drives down the far side, cut off. Nowhere to go with it, nearly a 5-second call. Mason retrieves it at the logo. Mason drives inside, down to Hop. Hop up and in for 2. Mason with the assist.
That's one thing that Coach Danny Greaves said with Metamora, that key piece for their team this season, Luke Kopp, something they didn't have much of last year.
Other way we go. Trayvon Roots getting hot early. The senior has 4 points, and it's 7-6 Metamora.
Fast-paced game to start. It's exactly what you want in a super-sectional, especially if you're the fans.
Fans love it. Metamora has the ball. 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Mason, hounded by Wayne Scott. Tucker has it. Corner. Tries to pull it for 2. Nowhere to go. Dumps it off. Tyson Swanson, low post. Drives inside. Easy bucket.
Just a great move there from Swanson. Backs his man down, able to finish at the glass. How good has that move been this season, Gavin?
Awesome move there by Swanson. And they like to get down there in the low post. Inside-out game works very well for them. Tipped away, stolen by Kaiser. Not much of a possession for Marmion. And Kaiser picks up a blocking foul. That one's going to go on Jacob Pacino. And that, I believe, will be our first foul of the ball game. 3:54 in the first. So halfway through the first foul, good pace.
Yeah, clean game so far. Moving along pretty quick. That's what you like to see. You know, super sectional game, both teams battling it out. Physical but clean ball game.
Gotta love that. So now Metamora has a chance to extend their 3-point lead. Under 4 minutes to go in the first. Tucker has it. Over to Swanson. Kaiser on the near side in the corner. He'll drive back out towards the top of the key. Swanson, head fake, down the baseline. Tipped away, Hop recovers. Mason off his foot. Kaiser for 3, got fouled on the shot. And he'll shoot 3. He, a bit of a too close of a closeout there by Jabe Height. But nevertheless, Kaiser will shoot 3 from the line.
I think Marmion side almost thought they were going to get the kick ball there right off the leg in favor of Metamora. Kaiser now a chance to knock down 3.
Misses off the back iron, and of course Kaiser, a very professional player. He's headed to play Division I basketball, John. But you got to think this has an effect. The opposing student section right behind Ethan Kaiser, or in front of.
All you see that backdrop is just a lot of hands waving around. And vice versa, Gavin, going to be hard on Marmion's side as well, shooting free throws. You got the student sections back right up to the backboard.
This is an electric atmosphere. Students are going crazy. 0 for 2 from the line. One more free throw for Ethan Kaiser. Free throws up and good. He's been in some big situations, state finals, many big games in his career. Here come the Cadets. Wayne Scott has it. And traveling, so third or fourth turnover for Marmion. That's something that's kind of killed them early on.
Yeah, and with Metamora this season, their defensive pressure causes a lot of teams to turn the ball over. You can't turn the ball over against the number 1 team in the state. They're going to make you pay, and right now Marmion taking that timeout, try to regroup and fix some of these kinks.
They will try to do so. It's 10-6, 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. John Camosa, Gavin Russell here with you. We're going to give a quick shout out to our great sponsor for tonight's contest, Domino's. Everybody wins when you choose Domino's. Many area locations, over 20, spanning from Peoria all the way up to Galesburg. Next pizza fix, how about you choose Domino's? Many great classic favorites, pizza, wings, sides, desserts. Maybe try their new loaded tots while you're at it. Choose Domino's next time you're feeling hungry and it's not too late to order. They got a special code. Use code 1126 at checkout, online or in store. There's 3 quarters left to go in this game, so get your pizza, get settled in with Clutch Sports for a great super-sectional matchup. Off the timeout, Tucker brings it across the timeline, over to Mason. Mason gets it back, 3-pointer from the wing, in! Tyler Mason has been huge this year, and he gets 3 more from the left wing.
He's a knockdown 3-point shooter, and right out of the timeout, that's what Metamora is looking for, extending their lead.
Wayne Scott made a man drop to the floor, but he can't hit the 3 from Marmion. 13-6, Metamora with a lot of momentum early. Mason down the lane, up, switches hands. Pretty finish, Tyler Mason, 15-6.
Just a soft touch there from Mason. Like you said, Gavin, midair, switches hands, and just gets a friendly roll right off the front of the rim.
Cadets haven't scored in a minute. Here's Wayne Scott, drives up, and he's fouled. So he'll get 2 shots free throw line, but as we mentioned for Ethan Kaiser, gotta be a tough background when you got the opposing team student section waving their arms, their flashlights, who knows what.
Yeah, they're gonna do anything they can to distract Metamora at the free throw line, where they've been so consistent. And look on the opposite side, can't see it on your screen, but Metamora fans shining their phones and hands.
Wayne Scott hits the first free throw, stops the bleeding, 2:20 on the clock. He has 1 more shot. Colin Wayne Scott had 35 points in their regional title victory over Caneland. He can shoot the ball and hits the second one, no problem. 15-8. Tyler Mason leads all scorers with 7. He brings the ball up. Tucker, far corner, down to Swanson, low post, far side. Out to Hop, over to Mason. Hop, inside out, can't get it to go. He almost got it. Swanson with the second effort. All the little things Metamora's doing right.
And that's where they've been so dominant this season, Gavin. Those second chance points, they live around the basket. Right there, showing it again.
Here come the Cadets. Trying to make something happen. Pacino gives it back out to Wayne Scott. Over to Roots. Inside out game, here comes Haith. Haith, tough 2-pointer, no good. Other way comes Metamora. Mason, top of the key, backs it out. Now over to Kaiser. Low post again, Swanson, fade away. Didn't hit the rim, hit the backboard. Rebounded by Haith. Over, 3-pointer, off the iron. It's a good shot by Pacino. Minute to go, first quarter. Mason, near corner, it's tipped out of bounds by Wayne Scott. Really looks like the Cadets have lacked just offensive fluidity.
Yeah, you just need to match the intensity that Metamora brings in order to kind of stay in the game early on. Good pass on the opposite end there for Marmion. They couldn't get that 3 to go. They had the look, and finding those open shots is going to be big tonight. 53
seconds, Kaiser over to Swanson. Swanson drives inside, stolen away. Here comes Haith, other way, all alone. Lays in the layup with the finger roll. 17-10. Marmion cuts it to 7.
That's the steal that Marmion needed. A little bit of momentum as we close out the first quarter.
30 seconds, still plenty of time for a shot. Mason calls out a play. Hands it off to Matthew Zobrist, the super sophomore. Over to Tucker. Now Mason again, 15 seconds. He's going to wait. Last shot. He's guarded by Trevon Roots. 8 seconds. Now 7. Zobrist. Mason steps back. Three-pointer. Lets it go. Off the front iron. 1 second. Roots at the horn. Not even close. And that's where we'll end the first quarter of play. Metamora 17. Marmion 10. Some first quarter thoughts, John.
Yeah, an exciting first quarter, exactly what you want in Super-Sectional. Metamora, though, their ability to get to the basket and finish those second chance points on misses, that's been key for them in this first quarter. Marmion looking to find that spark. Right now, Metamora's defense forcing some turnovers, which is why they have this 7-point lead, Gavin.
Indeed. The Lions sleeps tonight, as you hear in the background, as both student sections wave their hands.
I think that's a staple here at Ottawa Township High School. I remember that being played last year. Might be a tradition throughout the years.
It might be. This is my first trip to Ottawa and Kingman Gymnasium. We'll get to more of that in a minute. Quick word for our great sponsor, Domino's. 20 area locations. Lots of options to choose from when you choose Domino's. Some may say everybody wins. Always something for everybody. Pizza, wings, new loaded tots. Check out one of their 20 area locations. Back to the point, though, I've never been here to Kingman Gymnasium before tonight. I did not make the trip for last year's Super-Sectional, as some of you guys did, our great Clutch Sports media staff, but I'm happy to be here. This is older gym, but it just really brings things to life.
It definitely does, especially when you pack it full. You feel the energy in here. We already know it's getting loud. It's going to get louder as this game goes on. Gives you that state finals experience before you go into the state finals. Someone's got to get there.
Great point, John. Metamora starts with the ball. Kaiser on the inside. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Over to Mason. Mason had it tipped away. Recovered by Tucker. Out to Swanson. He head fakes. Kicks it back out to Tucker. Fast-paced early on. Tucker drives down. Left hand up and good. More second chance opportunities for the Redbirds. 19-10.
You can tell early on Metamora's hungry. They want that return trip to state, and they're attacking the basket right now.
Stratton has it. Out to Wayne Scott. Roots, guarded by Kaiser. Drives down, free throw line, nowhere to go with it. Had to kick it out. Back to Wayne Scott. Here comes Wayne Scott, tries to make a move. Closely guarded by Tyler Mason, nowhere to go. Metamora students get fired up. Chino down the lane. Spin move, tough falling away. Shot, no good. Kaiser with the board.
Really good defense there from Metamora.
Tucker thought about a three, and then Swanson thought about a three. Now Zobrist gets it. He drives down, right-handed up, tipped away, gets his own board. Out to Tucker, and one! Drew Tucker.
Just that ability to never give up on a play. Matthew Zobrist has the ball deflected. He goes after his own rebound, able to dish it to Tucker, setting up for a three-point play.
Three-point play opportunity for Drew Tucker. 6:30 to go in the second quarter. Again, Metamora definitely the aggressor in this ball game. As official whistle blows, we're going to check something at the scores table. They're being told that they cannot use flashlights from their mobile devices to distract free throw shooters.
So the referee pointing at a few students. Principal comes over and tells them no. Typically you don't see it at basketball games, sometimes football games, but
don't typically see that, but
it's fun, right?
It's playoff basketball, so they'll use their hands instead. And the free throw's no good. Metamora's Achilles heel has been the free throw line, but hasn't hurt them too much. So they lead 21-10. Roots has it, looking for something to do. Not much movement for Marmion. Now Wayne Scott will get it top of the key. Standing, now he drives, left hand. Blocked by Drew Tucker. And Wayne Scott, definitely one of the best players for this Marmion group, has only got 2 points, both from the foul line.
Yeah, great defensive effort there from Tucker. Outstretches his arm with the block.
Wayne Scott throws it up with one hand, no good. 6 minutes to go, second quarter. Kaiser down, nearly stolen. Zobrist, and he stepped out of bounds, so turnover. What do you do, John? Marmion has been very stagnant offensively for my eye. They haven't had a lot of movement. Where do you start to change things?
Hey, you just got to piece some plays together. I know that's a tall task with Metamora's defensive pressure right now, but got to try to find some cuts, backdoor, or get some threes to fall.
Roots trying to three, no good. Zobrist comes down with it. 5:45. Tried to make a back cut there to Swanson, but they weren't on the same page. Danny Greaves coaching Zobrist up a little bit. Zobrist, a sophomore, has already played some of the biggest stages of his career, only getting better.
Yeah, it certainly is. And back to your point for a second, Gavin, the plays that you need right there, Metamora back-to-back turnovers, you got to capitalize on those. With Zobrist, he has developed so much. You watch him from last year to this year, just developed into his game, grown, physical and stronger.
Roots up, can't get it to go, gets his own miss. Up again, blocked by Kaiser. Marmion wanted a foul, don't get it. Not many fouls, just 4 total as we're 5 minutes to go in the first half. Swanson, top of the key, looking for somewhere to go, over to Mason. Mason has it, guarded by Wayne Scott, poked away. Swanson fires up an air ball. And Pacino comes out with it. Drives down the lane. Gives it off Dahlman, and he's fouled by Swanson. Swanson doesn't like the call. Looks like he got some of that left arm.
He thought he had all ball, but referee made the right call. Little arm on that one.
And again, haven't seen many fouls, so in general they've let him play. Maybe a little frustration of, they call that one, you don't call another one sort of thing. At the foul line for the Cadets is Dahlman, the senior. Made the first free throw, so down to a 10-point game. Marmion's first points of the quarter. And gets it to go, so gets 2 from the line, 4:50 to go, quarter number 2.
And I think that's key. Continue to get to the basket, draw contact.
Zobrist 3, no good. Kaiser with the board. Up to Swanson, and he's fouled by Roots. Once again, though, just frustrating Marmion with the offensive boards.
They are, and like we talked about earlier in that first quarter, Metamora, just so many points down in the paint. They continue to go at Marmion. That's where they know their strength is. Back to the free throw line for the Redbirds.
First one's up, nothing but net for Tyson Swanson, senior. Second one. Up, and it's off. So 10-point game. He gets 1 at the stripe for the Redbirds. Cadets trying to carve back into the lead. Dahlman kicks it off. Haith drops it in, stolen away. Kaiser, 2-on-1. Over to Tucker. Dunks it home. And timeout Marmion. I was waiting to see if they would take it. Nice little smooth slam by Drew Tucker, and it's 24-12 with 4:15 to go in the second.
Yeah, Marmion, right idea, tries to work it inside the Roots. A long reach, and Kaiser able to steal it away, and then up ahead to Drew Tucker. We've seen that dunk a few times this season. One-handed flush.
We have, and as soon as he dunked it, my eye caught the Marmion sideline as he was going up for it. The coach, Marmion, Joe Picars, was ready to call timeout immediately. So got to change some things around. Both these teams have had an incredibly tough slate. Metamora 31-2. Ran the table of the Mid-Illini Conference. On the other side, Marmion was 5-8 in the Chicago Catholic Conference, 23-11 overall. But I think one thing in common is they both play an incredibly challenging schedules.
Yeah, they do. You look up and down at Metamora. We've seen the teams they played this year. Gavin covered a handful of them. They beat Richwoods, Manual, Peoria High. That's tough to do, to sweep the city, Notre Dame included. Play teams like Joliet West. And you look at some of the wins as of late, just this previous win over Burlington Central, they have a Division I prospect on their team at 6'9", so they've faced some big players, came away with some wins, a lot of good talented guards on this Marmion side, but they find themselves in a tough spot right here, down 12.
Great points there, John. Marmion has it off the timeout. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Haith has it. Dumps it off the Roots. Gets it back. Really just no openings for the Cadets. Metamora is suffocating with their defense. Wayne Scott moving it around. Gets it back. Thought about a three. Drives inside. Euro step up and in. Colin Wayne Scott his first field goal of the game, and it's a big one.
Yeah, nice Euro step in there, finishes with the right hand. Those are the baskets they need. Try to find those openings down low.
Nearly stolen away. Kaiser down the lane, kicks out. Mason, three! Off the iron. Wayne Scott hauls in the board. Throws it ahead. Dahlman has it back to Wayne Scott. He's trying to take over. Throws up a runner, no good. Roots gets the board. Roots banging down low. Back to Wayne Scott. Two-man game. Threw it away. Wayne Scott threw it over the head of Roots, so miscommunication. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, right idea there from Wayne Scott, but Roots just couldn't get there in time. Zobrist able to get the steal.
Zobrist kicks it over to Mason in the corner, closest to us, and fouled by Colin Wayne Scott. That's going to be team fifth, I believe. That's his first and team's fifth. Metamora has 2 fouls in the half. Tucker down the lane, up, switches hands, no good. Roots with the defense, 2.5 to go in the second.
Big opportunity here for Marmion.
Haith, tough runner, got it to go. Had a man in the low post, took a couple steps out and put it in. When they have been scoring, Marmion has been scoring rather quickly.
Yeah, they are, and that's what you got to do. Now the fans on their feet.
Stolen away. Here comes Pacino. Up, blocked by Tucker. Out of bounds. No, they're going to call a foul on Matthew Zobrist, a push out of bounds, but Drew Tucker with the recovery. Sit that one into next Tuesday.
Yeah, what a block right there. Stays with the Cadets, but that is a defensive play if I've ever seen one.
This game's moving so fast. Pacino gets a steal, then a block just seconds later by Drew Tucker. That's not his first of the game either. He's had a couple of those. Roots down on Hop, steps around, up and under, good. So here come the Cadets. Greaves of Metamora wanted to travel. It's a 6-point ball game, under 2 to go in the second quarter.
Now you could say a little momentum here with Marmion. The fans can feel it right behind us.
Tucker, three-pointer off the iron. Swanson gets the board. Mason over to Kaiser. Drives in, back to Tucker. Tucker drives up, under, good for 2. What a response by Drew Tucker.
Strong move up and under from Tucker. Avoids the contact off the glass.
Wayne Scott kicks it over. Corner, Pacino. Fans on their feet on the Marmion side. Fouled and one! Colin Wayne Scott. He threw up a prayer with one hand.
And one. And those are the plays you need from your seniors. The 6'1" guard, Wayne Scott, falling away, able to get the kiss off the glass. They can cut it to 5 points with the free throw. 1:07 left. And what a shift in this game, Gavin.
Huge shift as Metamora is led by as much as 12, I believe. Free throw up and good from Wayne Scott. Completes the three-point play. He's got 7 now. Full court pressure. Minute to go. First half. Listen to the crowd. Tucker over to Swanson. Back out to Hop. Over to Tucker. Kaiser, deep three. No good. Here comes Dahlman. Wayne Scott the other way. Guarded by Kaiser, 43 seconds to go. Wayne Scott will back it out, 37 seconds, John, and looks like they might be content for the last shot.
Yeah, three-pointer could cut it to 2. We'll see what they play for, try to get something inside, but this is going to be a big momentum swing if they can convert a basket in these closing 20 seconds. All the fans are on their feet.
20 seconds. Everybody's on their feet. Wayne Scott on the O logo. Gives it off. Hey, free throw line jumper. Off the iron. 4, now 3, now 2. Zobrist at the horn. Off the iron. And that's where we'll end the first half. 26-21. Metamora in front and 1 half away from a state appearance.
Yeah, exciting first half of basketball. And the Cadets right there didn't go away. Down 12, they battle right back, and now we got a new ball game.
26-21, Metamora led by as much as 12. And the deafening crowd of both Metamora and Marmion will take a seat for about 10 minutes. Try to rest up before half number 2. Talk about the momentum in that first half, though. It was really a couple of 2-factor players, one on each side, both with 7 points. That's Colin Wayne Scott of Marmion and Tyler Mason of Metamora, both really starting to carry their teams.
Yeah, and both players just so shifty, moving away from the ball, moving without the ball, just finding opportunities to cut to the basket, get through defenders, and that was what both guards did. Both about the same height too, at about 6'1". They play so quick around the ball. So, Gavin, that was a key spark though for Marmion, able to get back in this game after trailing by double digits. You know, Metamora is a team where they get you down, they can just keep adding to it. So that was a battle from the Cadets to get right back in this game. You know, keys to the second half here, I think both teams come out with that same energy. This is going to be a close game.
A lot of great energy here in this gymnasium, Kingman Gymnasium of Ottawa Township High School. While we've got a quick second to take a halftime break, let's get you a great word for our sponsor, Domino's. Everybody wins when you choose Domino's. Use code 1126 and check out online or in store. 20 area locations to choose from and a lot of great options. Got many classic favorites, pizza, wings, and maybe even try their new loaded tots. Next time you're feeling hungry or want your pizza fix, choose Domino's. That's where we're going to leave the first half. We're going to take a couple-minute break, rest up our voice for half number 2. And I must say, John Camosa being in St. Louis over the weekend for Missouri Valley Conference Arch Madness, the voice is a bit gone, but trying to recover for a second great half of basketball here.
Yeah, you and I both, Gavin, and being down in St. Louis, you know, a huge crowd on hand there. Coming back the next day, being in a sellout gym at Kingman Gymnasium, and then going up to the weekend. State Finals coming up Friday. You really can't ask for much better basketball than March.
It is March, and as John Rothstein would say, we sleep in May. For now, we're going to step aside for a quick break from Kingman Gymnasium. 26-21 is where we leave our halftime score. We'll be right back for second half basketball in the IHSA 3A Super-Sectional on ClutchSportsIL.com. Welcome back to Ottawa Township High School and Kingman Gymnasium for the second half, coming up in just a couple minutes between Marmion Catholic Cadets and the Metamora Redbirds. Alongside John Camosa, Gavin Russell back in with you. John, you looked up some halftime stats, some scores from some other postseason games going around. There's some really good games across the state, including this one. What do you got for us?
Yeah, let's start in 1A, Gavin. Illini Bluffs with the 20-16 lead over Waterloo at halftime. Also in 1A, how about this score? Bloomington Cornerstone Christian 58, St. Francis de La Salle's 28. Cyclones headed off to state for the first time in school history. They're a fairly new school, only been around a few years. Very big for the Bloomington area. And then in 2A, led by the Division I recruit, Cole Serta, Bloomington Central Catholic, another school out of the Normal area, 67-53 win over Pontiac. They're headed to state 2A, and then in 3A, this game has not gone final yet, but a nail-biter, Grays Lake Central and St. Ignatius both tied at 52 in overtime. St. Ignatius, they were at state last year. They're trying to make a back-to-back trip.
Great stats from the area. We'll maybe see the Illini Bluffs Tigers down at state, but they have another half to play. Bloomington Central Catholic, big winners, and Pontiac beat St. Joseph Ogden, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, St. Joseph Ogden, and then knocked off the number 1 team in the state, Prairie Central, so that was big.
Pontiac's very, very good team. Yeah. That tells you how good BCC is this season. So we'll see what they do, but we've got two teams trying to punch their ticket to Champaign right here in front of us. Marmion and Metamora. It's a 5-point ball game. And we're back. Marmion starts with the ball. Wayne Scott has it top of the key. Drives down the lane. Up. Gets it for 2. Colin Wayne Scott has his 9th point of the ball game. 26-23. Metamora in front.
Good start to the half for Marmion. And Wayne Scott once again showing that talent inside.
Here's Metamora. Hop has it. Drives down the lane. Nowhere to go. Kicks it back out to Kaiser. Kaiser has it, drives with the left. Feeds it, low post to Swanson. Posts up, kicks it out, hop for 3. Didn't hit anything. Tucker tips it and it's out of bounds. Short, Luke Hop didn't hit the iron.
And a 3 can tie it for Marmion. Fans are getting loud again.
3-point ball game. It's been as much as 12 for the Redbirds. Dahlman, low post. Haith. Turn around, up, under, and good. 1-point ball game. What a game it's been so far.
Back and forth.
Just getting started. Very back and forth. 6:40 to go. Here's Luke Hop. Hop in the corner. Tucker drives down the lane. Up, under, no good. Swanson gets the board. Comes out with it. Mason has it now. Second chance opportunity. Here's Hop down the lane. Over, and it's tipped out of bounds.
And you can see the adjustment here in this second half, just early on in this third quarter, Gavin. That defensive pressure for Marmion down low. They're really collapsing in on the bigs from Metamora, not allowing those easy second chance points.
Into Tucker, 6:19. 1-point ball game. Swanson, low post. Here comes Hop, up and dunked. Found Luke Hop on the back cut, and it's a 3-point ball game again.
The 6'9" Luke Hop getting up and at it.
Haith, free throw line, spinning over to Roots. Roots has it just inside the 3, drives inside, up, tough shot, no good. Taken down by Swanson, nearly stolen by Haith. Tucker comes out with it. Tucker driving the other way, bobble. Mason, corner 3, off, dunk by Kaiser. Ethan Kaiser with the putback one-hand tomahawk.
I think we both had to get excited for that one, Gavin. Goes up and slams it with one hand.
Hair Jordan flying in, living up to the name.
Comes down on the defensive end and slaps the floor right after. You can tell he's fired up.
Momentum back to Metamora. Wayne Scott drives in. Tough runner, got it to go. Colin Wayne Scott, some of the most acrobatic shots I've seen all night.
And that just goes to show you the composure from Wayne Scott. After a huge dunk like that from Metamora, they battle right back and find the net.
Tucker has it now, under 5 to go in the third. Swanson, open for 3, doesn't take it. Now he'll drive inside, guarded by Dahlman. Swanson, spin move, up off the iron, Roots comes out with it. Here comes Wayne Scott, 2-on-2 the other way. Wayne Scott pulls for 3, bang!
Wayne Scott is on fire right now for the Cadets, and we got a tie ball game, Gavin.
30s, even. Mason drives in, left hand, blocked by Roots. Wayne Scott comes down with it. Chance to take the lead. Wayne Scott drives down, up, under, no good. Back out, Tucker has it. Spins, drives down the lane. Swanson, up, blocked again by Roots.
Roots is all over the basket on the defensive end.
Stolen by Kaiser on the other end, 4 minutes. Swanson, three-pointer, got it! They get the lead back, and Tyson Swanson hits a big three-pointer.
Just both teams exchanging blows. Heavyweight fight in the Super-Sectional. Barely keep your breath.
I have no time to catch my breath, John Camosa. 3:40 to go in the third. 3-point lead, Redbirds in front. 3, Wayne Scott, no good off the front iron. Now 3.5 to go in the third. Metamora is going to slow down the pace. Swanson drives, right side. Tucker, head fake, over to Kaiser. Now to Mason. Gets a screen. Mason drives down the lane. He's fouled on the floor. And that is our first foul of the second half. 3:11 to go in the third.
Third quarter, that's kind of went by in the blink of an eye. And now we get a chance to catch our breath momentarily.
Taking the wind right out of my sails, the Ethan Kaiser dunk. Wayne Scott three-pointer, so much great action. Inbound, Swanson gets it. Here comes Mason, down to Hop. Hop loses it, stolen away. Throws it wildly, Wayne Scott comes out with it, 3 minutes. Takes on Kaiser, up, under, and nearly an and one from Colin Wayne Scott. He's fouled by Ethan Kaiser. He'll go to the line to shoot too.
And just great body control from Wayne Scott there, able to hang over the outstretched arm of Kaiser at 6'6" and draw that contact. It's exactly what you want if you're the Cadets. Now a chance to cut it back to one with the pair.
Wayne Scott back at the free throw line. Up and good. Can cut it to one with a second free throw. He's up to 15 on the game. I believe that leads all scores. Wayne Scott up and in. 1-point ball game again. And the Redbirds trying to answer, under 3 to go in the third quarter. Mason off to Swanson, over now to Tucker. Back to Swanson, drives down. Tucker top of the key, pitch and catch. They pass it back and forth. Now Tucker will try to drive. Up, tough shot, got it. Drew Tucker puts it in, extends it back to a 3-point lead.
Great ability to hang in the air over two outstretched defenders and get it to go. Nice roll around the rim.
Wayne Scott off to Haith. Now to Roots, top of the key. He'll drive inside. Pacino, back to Haith. Haith, three-pointer off the front iron. It was an off-balance shot. Mason streaking up the floor. Back to Kaiser for 3. Off the iron. Rebounded by Swanson. Tucker, free throw line, Jay. Off the iron. Rebounded, Haith. Comes the other way. Drives down the lane. Wayne Scott on the outside. Up, under, and in.
He is so nifty inside, able to just hang through defenders. Wayne Scott, he's a senior. He doesn't want to go out just yet.
And I'm not sure where Wayne Scott's committed to play college ball, but I'm assuming he's going to be there in some capacity. Foul on Marmion. Colin Wayne Scott has been impressive. He's got 18 in the ball game.
In almost his style of play, Gavin, and I saw these two teams, a few highlights during the summer against Moline. Just the way he finishes at the rim, almost like an Iowa commit Brock Harding from Moline. Same size.
Good call. Very similar style. Kaiser down the lane, dumps it off to Hop. Hop up and in for two. Luke Kopp gets it to go. Keeps a three-point lead.
They're just not giving him an inch. Just continue to stay at bay, Metamora, but Marmion right here, Winscott, trying to keep his team tied or try to get in the lead.
1 minute to go in the third. Wayne Scott dumps it off to Roots, low post. Roots drives in, spins, up, under, and out of bounds. Stepped out. Roots would have had the bucket, but with 50 seconds, Metamora gets it back, and they can push it to a two-possession game.
Yeah, that's just a great defensive play from Hop. We know the ability Roots has down low, that footwork. Hop keeps him just far enough under the basket to force him out of bounds.
Mason has it, 44 seconds to go. Play for the last shot, John?
I think you do.
We'll see if the Redbirds do so or not. They move it around the perimeter, 30 seconds to go in the third. Hop has it, now over to Mason. 26 seconds. Kaiser with 20. Now to Hop. Moving it around. Mason gets it, will set it up with 13 seconds. 10. 7 seconds. In the low post. Turned over. Here come the Cadets. At the horn, they're not going to get a shot off, but they do make a critical stop. And we have a game that's setting up for a to-the-wire finish. 37-34, Redbirds in front. Let's get a quick break for our great sponsors over at Domino's. Everybody wins when you choose Domino's. Great pizza, wings, desserts, sides, and how about their new loaded tots? You want a discount on your next pizza order? Use code 1126 online or in store when checking out. Choose Domino's next time you need your pizza fix. Maybe you're feeling hungry, a little nervous heading down the stretch of this ball game. You've the perfect time to order some Domino's. Kingman Gymnasium, the Super-Sectional location. John Camosa, Gavin Russell. Jonathan Michael is roaming around taking pictures, doing some social media. If the signal in here is good enough to send off some tweets, Kenny Clifton is going to cook up something special for your Instagram feed in the way of a video highlight view. Redbirds and Cadets trying to cook something special in the final frame to punch their ticket to Champaign.
Who wants it more? All on the line. A trip to the Class 3A State Finals and a date with either Sacred Heart Griffin or East St. Louis at 11:45 on Friday. Here we go.
This is for the ball game. Final 8. Here we go. Fans get on their feet to start this out. Redbirds start with the ball. Mason has it. Throws it, tips around, gets it, recovers. Double team, now they'll back out. Tucker. Back to Mason. Tucker. Swanson, low post. Wayne Scott hit the deck, no call. Stolen away. Here comes Haith. Drives up and finger roll finish.
He's so quick, just jumps in front.
Jabe Haith jumps the lane and gets it for 2, 7-14.
And you've seen how many passes Marmion's tried to jump. A couple of them they didn't come away with, but that one, none bigger.
Mason in the corner. 7 minutes to go in regulation. Drives down, over, three-pointer, Swanson hits it.
He's hit some clutch shots all season long, and in the biggest game, that one comes up.
Other way we go. Big shot. Pacino gets it. 40-38. And Mason wide open on the inside. Back and forth we go, trading buckets. Here's Wayne Scott. He'll pull for three. No good. Kaiser with the board. Maybe a bit of a rush possession by Wayne Scott.
Yeah, and this is a big opportunity for Metamora. They've kind of been back and forth, up two, up three. They can extend this lead.
Mason, the X factor. Drives in, up again off the iron. Tipped away, sticks with Metamora. And officials might converge on this. It looked pretty clear to me.
They changed the call, back with Marmion.
To me, it definitely looked like that was off of the Metamora hand. I believe that was Tyson Swanson,
yeah.
Who very active on the boards, just couldn't corral it. Cadets get it, 5:50 to go in regulation. Haith needs to get it out, gets it out to Wayne Scott, gets it, up, throws it, no good. Swanson with the board. 5.5 to go in regulation.
Looks like Metamora will slow it down just a little bit.
Mason gives it over to Tucker. And timeout, Metamora. 5:25 to go, and Danny Greaves wants to talk it over. Real quick, let's get a quick break for our great sponsors at Domino's. Feeling hungry? Choose Domino's. Everybody wins when you choose new loaded tots or many of their classic favorites. Use code 1126. Checkout online or in store with over 20 area locations spanning from Peoria all the way to Galesburg. Next time you want your pizza fix, choose Domino's. Redbirds lead by 4. It was a 3-point lead at the end of the third. Kind of trading buckets here in the first couple minutes. Really coming down the stretch, it's just going to be momentum, John.
Yeah, it's, each possession is crucial for both sides. Metamora looking to extend this lead out of the timeout. Marmion, every basket is critical here down the stretch. Like we said, who wants it more? But this next 5:25, we already know it's going to be exciting.
Off the timeout. Mason, Zobrist, Tucker, and Swanson out there. Kaiser as well. Kaiser's tipped out of bounds, stick with Metamora. For Marmion, they've got Haith, Wayne Scott, and company out there, up and in, off the inbound. Swanson gets it to go, 6-point ball game. Roots has it, drives down, dumps it off to Haith. Haith spins, kicks it out. Roots has it. Tries to make a move. Nowhere to go. Now to Haith, low post on the Pirate logo. Haith, spinner, hook shot, no good. Kaiser gets the board.
Nice shot there from Haith, just couldn't get it to roll.
Kaiser kicks it out. Zobrist has it, now to Tucker. We'll slow it down. 4.5 to go in the fourth. Zobrist moves it over to Kaiser. Tucker driving inside, up, under, and fouled. So he'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Big free throws coming up for the senior, Drew Tucker.
Pacino picks up his third foul. Third team foul. Fourth of the half. First free throw's up and good. Second one is up and good. by Tucker. 8-point ball game and timeout Marmion, as Metamora is starting to pull away a little bit. Got to reverse the tide somehow. Things were going well in the third for Marmion. What did they get away from?
I think just Metamora just really getting inside and being aggressive. Marmion had some good looks at the basket, just couldn't get a few shots to roll. But right here out of this timeout, Gavin, it's critical to come down and score to try to cut into this.
Let's get a quick word while we got a timeout for our sponsors over at Domino's. If you're feeling hungry, need your pizza fix during March basketball, choose Domino's. Over 20 area locations. You get a great discount. 1126 is the code to use online or in store. Boy, I'm feeling hungry, John. Maybe some Domino's on the way home back to Peoria. But if you're feeling hungry too, see it right there on your screen. Domino's is the way to go. Redbirds trying to make their way to go to state. They are 4:07 and an 8-point lead from State Farm Center, or some may call it Assembly Hall. Whatever you please, the Redbirds would like to call it home to the state finals.
Certainly would. It's going to take a defensive stop right here. Marmion doesn't want to go away.
Marmion hanging around, but Metamora commanding the momentum as of recently. Under 4 to go in regulation. Haith has it. Over Roots. Wayne Scott drives down, up the lane, in for 2. The little runner goes. 6-point game again.
Up to 20 points for the senior. Just huge baskets all night.
Pretty typical. Again, he had 35 in their regional title game. He can score very high numbers and push right there on the floor. 4th team foul. Metamora has 1 team foul in the half with 3:21 to go in the 4th. Metamora to inbound. Tipped away and out of bounds. Trying to jump the lane was Spacino. Marmion just not going away, as you mentioned.
Yeah, and they're trying to jump some of those passes. Almost forced another turnover on that deflection by Spacino. This is going to be a big defensive effort here from Marmion. Metamora looking to pull away.
Swanson, Kaiser has it on the deck. And what's the call going to be? Timeout, Metamora. So before they could call a jump ball, they'll call a timeout. And that felt huge as Kaiser almost turned it over.
Marmion on their side want to travel. Came and swarmed Kaiser, but timeout got it off quick. Danny Greaves.
Danny Greaves, a heads-up timeout there from the veteran coach. Danny Greaves, of course, has been around for a long time, going back to his days as a Peoria High grad. Coached at the old Woodruff High School. Coached at Peoria Notre Dame for a hot second before moving to Mississippi. He's been with Metamora for quite a while and has over 200 wins in his career with the Redbirds. Fair to say he goes down as one of the most legendary coaches in Peoria area history.
Yeah, there's no question. And what he's done with this program just the past 2 seasons.
Taking the narrative away from football school to both football and basketball. The basketball goes through the net for Tyson Swanson. Off the inbound, 8-point lead.
Metamora knows it's up to their defense now, starting to feel it a little bit.
Under 3 to go in regulation. Pacino fouled on the floor, and he'll be fouled by Zobrist. 2:49 to go in the 4th. Not close to the bonus. That's Metamora's 2nd team foul. So quite a ways to go before we hit that. Wayne Scott drives down the lane. Floater up off the iron. He's trying to get a foul. And to Metamora it'll go. Marmion fans wanted it to stay, but it looks like the right call.
And now on this trip down, Metamora a chance to push it to double digits with a 2. Their biggest lead in a while.
2.5. Tucker Full court pressure. Haith guarding closely. 2.5 to go. Swanson, low post, spins, turns, up, under, got it, 10-point lead. Metamora starting to extend it out, and they can smell a win.
Metamora now really taking control in this fourth quarter, able to pull away.
What do the Cadets have in them? Wayne Scott drives down, head fake, up, down to Roots. Roots up, under, and in. He responds. 2 minutes to go. Exactly now, 1:58 on the clock in regulation. It's an 8-point ball game, John. Timeout here by the Cadets. Leaves them with 2 in the ball game. Quick word for our sponsors at Domino's. Tonight's ball game would not be possible without Domino's. Over 20 area locations to choose from, and a lot of classics to choose from. Pizza, wings, appetizers, desserts, you name it. Plus some new favorites like loaded tots. Lots to choose at Domino's when you're feeling hungry. So make sure you get out to any one of your local Domino's locations for your next pizza fix. John, great atmosphere here in Kingman Gymnasium in Ottawa. You mentioned the winner of this game will go on to play either East St. Louis or Sacred Heart Griffin, and what a matchup that'll be on Friday.
Oh, certainly will. SHG won the state title last year for 3A. East St. Louis, they've won it years past. So whoever comes out of this game victorious, got a big matchup on Friday.
Metamora wants to get there, and they want a little revenge after losing in the state title game. Metamora, easily one of the best Peoria area teams in quite some time. Trying to go for the repeat appearance. Zobrist has it. Full court pressure. Kicks it up. 3-on-1. Swanson up and dunks it.
Tyson Swanson putting down the dagger.
Loses it. Turned over by Marmion. And Ethan Kaiser fires up the crowd. Redbirds a minute 40 away from a state finals appearance. Full court pressure. Zobrist up, fouled, and he couldn't get the and one to go, but a minute and a half. Make your free throws down the stretch. This could be enough to put it away.
I think they can almost taste victory here. They know it's theirs to control. Just got to make some free throws. Chance to extend it to 12 with 2.
Zobrist's first free throw is good.
And in a game that was so close throughout the entirety, Metamora really just found a spark in the fourth.
Zobrist's second foul shot. Minute and a half is off. Haith gets it. Cadets need to score quickly. Haith drives down the lane and he's fouled. And say that's on the floor. Maybe a better thing for Metamora, not in foul trouble at all. Slows it down. Wayne Scott. Over now. Haith for 3. In! Minute 18 to go. Full court pressure. Here comes Tucker. Broke the press. Drives down the lane. Swanson can't corral it, and they'll back it out. Trying to intentionally foul, and now Mason is fouled. Probably the wrong guy. Mason is pretty lethal from the free throw line. Doesn't miss often.
Yeah, he's been in this situation many times this season, late in games.
Not the bonus yet, though.
Not yet. If he gets
next
there.
one.
If he gets there.
Got a little ahead of myself. Mason was wide open off a screen, and now Kaiser's fouled. A minute 03 to go. 8-point ball game.
Now they're shooting free throws.
Jumped the gun on that one, John Camosa, but you keep me in check. So now Metamora will shoot from the charity stripe. And Ethan Kaiser trying to work on sealing the deal. Crowd gets very loud. Kaiser, first one.
Luke Kopp comes back into the game, some more size down low. And I think Metamora can just about taste a state finals trip right here.
What a game, what a season they've had, and they just don't want it to come to an end yet. They want to see the weekend. Kaiser, foul shot, is also good. 10-point game. 1 minute on the clock. Wayne Scott moves it around over to Stratton. Back to Haith. Haith spinning, 54 seconds. Need to make something happen. Pacino shoots up a three. In! Wow, what a shot there from Pacino. 45 seconds, no timeout. Inbound, Kaiser gets it. Pacino, 40 seconds now, got a foul. Tucker has it, now over, play and catch. 34 seconds, need to foul, and Mason finally fouled. Wasted a lot of time though.
Fouled one of the best free throw shooters.
Now my point comes true about Tyler Mason shooting free throws.
You spoke it into existence a little bit there, Gavin.
Probably bound to happen with the foul game being played here down the stretch. Marmion needs misses here. Metamora can steal it with some makes. First one's good. Nothing but twine. It's good again. 57-48.
Marmion's got to go quick. No time to waste.
Here comes Wayne Scott, fires it up, and he's fouled on the floor. Just 14 fouls, so 2 more to give for Metamora. And got to just use them while you got them.
Run some clock down, let him get it, and then foul.
28 seconds to go. Biggest thing against Marmion right now is the time. They get it in. Haith drives up quickly, throws up a three. Off the iron. Kaiser gets it, and he's fouled. 21 seconds, and the Metamora fans can taste it.
Looks like the Redbirds going to make another trip and punch their ticket to Champaign for the Class 3A State Finals. The student section chanting, "I believe that we will win."
And I believe they will, as it looks like Marmion will raise the white flag and put in the bench. A truly extraordinary effort from Colin Wayne Scott, whose high school career will come to an end, along with Jabe Haith, Jacob Pacino, Trayvon Roots, and 6 other seniors on the Marmion roster. Obviously heartbreaking, but they played a tough game, just couldn't overcome one of the state's best in Metamora.
Hard-fought game. Metamora just gets the upper hand at the end. Some key shots. Able to pull this one out, but they were definitely battle-tested.
Surely have been, and Metamora was battle-tested in the sectional semifinal. Narrow lead, or narrow win, I should say, against Sterling. Second one is up and good by Kaiser as he fires up the crowd, headed to the bench.
There's 21 seconds left till Metamora is going to celebrate her super-sectional victory.
Spinner shooting off is by Zach Weyerhauser. Metamora 7 seconds. They'll throw a three up at the buzzer. No good. 2, now 1, and they'll call a foul with 1.2. Doesn't mean anything.
The quarterback for Metamora.
Caden Hartnett will shoot 2 free throws to try to notch into the stat sheet. And he hits the free throw. 1.2 on the clock, letting the wind marinate a little bit longer. It's off, and that's the ball game. Redbirds going to the state championship, going to the state Final Four.
What a game. Metamora will play the winner of Sacred Heart Griffin in East St. Louis, and we'll try to find a score on that one. before we end the stream here, if it is in fact a rematch with Sacred Heart, that would be the clash of last year's Class 3A state championship. We'll see who came out on top.
60-48. Once again, jumping the gun. State championship. Well, the Redbirds would like to get there again. But they'll have a tough task in the State Final 4 semifinal, which will be on Friday.
And we do have a quick update on that game, Gavin, and the other Class 3 Super-Sectional, Class 3A Super-Sectional. Sacred Heart Griffin with a 15-14 lead over East St. Louis with 2:19 to play until halftime. That's who Metamora will face, the winner of that game.
The Flyers out of East St. Louis or the Cyclones out of Sacred Heart Griffin. Metamora has already played SHG one time this year and won by 10 points at UIS down in Springfield in a rematch of last year's state title game. Right now, the Super-Sectional plaque is being introduced to the Metamora Redbirds along with their net. And they will retrieve their plaque and celebrate at center court. And the students storm the court.
Our Jonathan Michael right in the middle of it. And some photos almost bowled over there. They're going to start a dog pile. You think Jonathan's okay down there?
I hope he is. Sending well wishes to Jonathan Michael. Some bodies have hit the deck. Hopefully nobody is too affected. When you say dog pile, we'll call him John Dog sometimes. Metamora fans celebrate in style at center court at Kingman Gymnasium. What a ball game though, and in way of some recap, John, really was a game that Metamora kind of dictated the pace at the start and the end, and I think that's what you want. Even if the middle isn't perfect, the way you start and the way you finish is probably the most important.
Yeah, I think it's just those key shots down the stretch. Right when Marmon had an answer, Metamora just hit those clutch shots. Tyson Swanson in the corner for three. Drew Tucker able to attack the basket. Kyler Mason, Ethan Kaiser, huge free throws down the stretch. And those are the shots you need that separate you in these games like this that are close throughout. Metamora able to pull away. The job's not done yet. Metamora's got more in sight, trying to chase their first ever state championship victory. They got a state semifinal to go first.
They sure do. It's going to be a tough one. As you mentioned, East St. Louis or Sacred Heart Griffin will be their opponent. Not sure who it is yet, but you'll see that one by the end of the evening and you'll figure it out. It's going to be a good one either way. John, I believe that game is 11:30 on Friday morning.
11:30 or 11:45 somewhere Friday afternoon, yeah, early.
It is an early game. I do believe that the way the IHSA has shifted things, the third place game happens that evening.
That evening, yep.
Metamora will play for at least third place. They can, of course, still win and get to the state championship. But one way or another, they can be a top 4 team or gain third place in the state. But they'd like to do a little bit more than that, coming off last year's runner-up performance. As they got beaten the last second shot by Sacred Heart Griffin. Redemption certainly on their mind. John, some closing thoughts. A great one here tonight. Amazing atmosphere. Couldn't ask for much more out of some Monday basketball. But again, the job is not finished and can't wait to see the fans down in Champaign on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, this game, it had everything, and it just back and forth, like we said throughout the broadcast, just having trouble catching our breath, so much action going on. But Metamora down the stretch late, able to do the little things, but tip of the cap there to Marmion. They hit some great shots. Winscott there, Colin Winscott, the senior, tough way to go out, but what an incredible performance from him. 20 points to power the Cadets. Just a great overall super sectional, and congrats to Metamora, punching another ticket, back-to-back state appearances. Danny Greaves has really just done a tremendous job with this program.
Danny Greaves trying to add another legendary season to the history books, already has in a large part. But again, more to be done. Redbirds will be playing in Champaign on Friday. I'm sure most of the city of Metamora will be heading that direction. Wonder if they cancel school, John.
Yeah, you never know. It's a very good possibility.
Last year they closed the Dairy Queen in Metamora, and
I'm going to go on to say I think they'd probably give the kids the day off.
I think that would be a good idea, considering most of them will probably be there anyway. We'll see what the Redbirds can do in Champaign, and we'll be there as well, likely, pending some things. We hope to be there for some coverage, audio coverage at that, for Metamora's road to the state championship, as they're just 2 games away from winning it all. From Kingman Gymnasium, that's going to do it tonight. Metamora winners 60-48 over Marmion. For John Camosa, Jonathan Michael, Kenny Clifton, and the rest of our Clutch Sports Media crew, I'm Gavin Russell saying so long from Ottawa. So the Redbirds are heading to the state Final Four. We'll see you Friday.